Here we go. Everybody smile. Okay, welcome everybody. I'm excited. I'm so happy everybody is here. My name is Tammy Montgomery, aka the Fearless Mama. I'm here with my fearless crew. I'm here with my fearless son, Robert Montgomery. Him and I work full time on the internet, making money online from the comfort of our phones and from the comfort of our RV. We were able to purchase this RV because of our home-based business, and we're just having a ball. We actually joined a company just recently. Okay, I've been in the industry for 10 years, but I just joined this amazing company recently. We're going to have an overview about this company here tonight. So if you're jumping on, there's a little bit of background noise. If you could do me a favor and just make sure you stay muted, because that way we'll have a nice clean call. We'll be able to get this information to you guys on and off in 30 minutes. I don't like to do long Zooms. There's no reason to. We have an amazing 8-minute video for you guys to listen to if you want more information after this Zoom. What I like to do is I like to kind of maybe talk about the gentleman I'm going to be having talk with me here tonight, and I kind of do a little introduction. So I've been doing these Zooms for over 3 years now. I've hosted over 300 and some Zooms. I try to do these Zooms at least twice a week for my audience, okay, for my fearless crew. And if you guys know anything about what I look for in a company, then you'll know that this is one of the reasons why I want you to know who you're going to be working for. I look for company transparency, company owner. How long has the company been in business? What kind of company is it? What company are you going to be working with as far as making money? We're all in the money-making niche, or we're going to be getting into the money-making niche, and that's the reason why you're here on the Zoom. Money's like oxygen, okay? And times are changing right now. Times are changing right before our eyes. Like I said, been in this industry for 10 years. My son's seen me work this industry, network marketing. I used to be on the phones. You name it. I've called leads. I'm actually a lead generation expert. I know how to get people onto Zooms, how to get people enrolled. So I like to teach and train that strategy. So that's why we're here. So the component of, I guess you could say, when you're reviewing an opportunity, is you want to know who's behind the scenes. So that's what we're going to reveal here tonight. So, it's just like the RV that we're in. We took a look at it, we took a test drive, and we wanted to see what it was like before we even, purchased it. That's kind of what you guys are here for. You want to kind of see, what's going on? Who am I going to be working with? What kind of strategies do they have for us to make money? And that's what Robbie and I kind of talk about quite a bit on our masterminds. So we do private masterminds for anyone that does join us here in the Fearless. We call it the Fearless Journey, the Fearless Crew. We've added the company, the income stream Exitus Elite, to our portfolio. And we're going to be, I guess you could say, taking it to the moon. I don't want to use a crypto term, but we're going to be really, really, I guess you could say, changing more and more lives. And what I think is really cool is that this is a 6-year-old company, and it was right underneath my nose for a long time. So I wanted to add another income stream. I wanted to add another $1,000 level to my portfolio. So that's what we did. So since then, we've been able to, hit 5 figures in Exitus. We just joined, and now more and more people on our team are on their way to do that. And so, Paul, if you would like to come out right now and just kind of chit chat with me and just kind of let everybody know, your background. There he is. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Your background, I've got to know you over the phone, and you're just amazing. You're so helpful, and I just want people to know that you are the real deal, and I love working with you. So if you would like to share your story a little bit, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact when you say 6 years old. When I started this thing back in 2014, I probably didn't think 6 years into the future. The whole essence of what we did was I'd made a bit of money, and I was traveling around Florida, and I was sitting by a swimming pool just up the road, down the road, actually. And I was looking for a way. I thought, what'd be cool is to sit by a swimming pool with a laptop and a phone and be able to make $10,000 a month. No, $10,000 a week. That would be, and I looked around online, and the stuff I found was shocking. It was poor quality. There was really old stuff. It was just not what I wanted. Even though I tried a few of these things previously, there was nothing at that time. And I thought, you know what, I reckon I can do something better myself. So I got together with a couple of business partners who, to cut a long story short, one didn't want to put any money into anything. And these things take money to run. And nerves of steel, I hasten to add. And then we started working the business, and we had different levels. We had a $20,000 level, a $7,000 level. And it grew and it was going okay. And I wanted to go in a different direction. I believed that automation was coming in the future. You could use technology. I felt that having a $20,000 level was ridiculous. I didn't want it. And we had a coming of ways, and I decided that I then bought out my business partner then, and I could then have 100% control of Exitus, and I could do it how I wanted to do it. All right. Now I want to make sure I'm not talking too fast, because I know Americans, sometimes can't understand me.
Oh, you're good.
my dialect from England is we don't have a dialect as such, but we talk very quickly. And sometimes people look at me as if I'm speaking Chinese. So hopefully I apologize.
No, we can hear you, and you're doing great.
So what we did, I thought, okay, I had a single $1,000 level. It was a good price point. And we started, and we had some seriously good growth. And we had good growth because I've been in this industry 30 years. I've built networks of 10,000 people. I've always been at the top of whatever I've gone into, because I believe that the fastest way to making money is to speak to somebody, power of persuasion and all that sort of stuff. If you know the answer to someone's questions and you can show them honestly what you're offering, you can make a fortune. It's as simple as that. The problem is that in this industry, there's been so many not all of them are scams, but they got mismanaged, should we say. They're mismanaged. They're put together for the wrong reason. And people go into those things. And I would say 80% of the time, people fail because they don't put any effort in. But then they blame the company or the opportunity. So I didn't want to be in that situation. So I've always looked to change things and to try things. I tried a done for you voicemail campaign in 2016 that attracted like 600-700 people in a week, which is great. But the company that promised me the earth, they could deliver all this, I couldn't do it. I nearly had a heart attack for 3 months, and it was the worst part of my time. It's like this. It's like anything, it peaks and troughs. You have great times and not so great times. But right now, then everyone said to me, we should do a reverse one-up where the second sale goes up because it means the person gets their money back quickly. And I thought about it. I thought, just try that. And we put that in for 2 years. And then we looked at the figures and we realized that our figures were going down. Our leadership figures were going down. We weren't in the place I wanted to be. And then actually in November last year, I fell off a bar stool and smashed my ankle, had a bad accident. And I was I couldn't move for 5 weeks. I was in bed. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to turn my attention back to Exitus because I'd got involved in other businesses, right? So I'm lucky I own a bar and nightclub in England, and we're just in a restaurant. And we're about to open one over down here in Florida, our first one in the US. So I have a diverse thing. I don't have to do Exitus, which is really important to me because I'm not doing it for the money. I'm certainly doing it for the headaches. I do it because I believe with my whole heart that this is the fairest opportunity available on the internet today. And I'll tell you why that is in a second, but I'm losing track of what I was saying then. But I have lost track of what I was going to say. See, this is live.
This is live. Well, you were in restaurants. That's why you and I kind of connected too. Yeah, is because I was in restaurant business. Yeah,
absolutely. And so that I'm excited by that. We got that happening. And so I wanted to. I was talking about the marketing plan. So because I couldn't do anything and I didn't know anything about COVID coming along, I decided to put some effort back into Exitus and look at where I could improve it. And it went from being a small tweak to a major overhaul. And so about 3 months ago, we reverted back to a normal one-up compensation plan where the first sale goes up, not the second. But more importantly, I wanted to make it the fairest one-up compensation plan ever devised, right? And I think we have that now. So for anyone new who's listening, who's ever worked on a one-up pay plan, you will not find one fairer than ours. It's a genuine one-up. And by that, I mean, you only ever give away one person. in many opportunities, if like we have 4 levels now, 100, 250, 500. If you join at that level, you qualify at that level, you pass up a person. You upgrade, you pass up a person. You upgrade, you pass up a person. You upgrade, you pass up a person. So in theory, if you can't afford to join at a higher level, you could potentially give away 4 team members before you got to where you want to be. And I don't like that. I wanted to get there with a team, because then you've got people to work with and people you can, you know, develop, and your income can grow and you can help them do the same thing. So we put that in play. That's now there. And now I'm working heavily in automating the sales process. A lot of people have tried it. There is a secret to it. I think we've cracked that secret right now. And we are using technology to really drive the business forward. And when I say technology, I'm talking about, I mean, you're awesome at driving traffic, but I've always been what I call a direct response marketer. And by that, and this is a tip for anyone listening, no matter what business you're in, you know, you can drive traffic, you can run ads, but I believe that if you can just press a button and have 10,000 people hear your message with the message, if you're interested, come back to me, you get inbound telephone calls. And
Yep.
that's how I was able to make $42,000 in a month.
Hormones. Brains, you know, the more animalistic, some people even.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Kevin just had to mute him. Sorry about that.
So that was how I managed to, my best month really when I was working this business was, you know, I did like $42,000 in the one up. It wasn't my one up, it was one I did before, but I did it using technology. Ring this
That's amazing, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Ring this voicemail now is, I think it personally is a good way to go. And I think SMS is a good way to go, but you have to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Is knowing how to do it. It's not just saying, you know, just go and set up a system and off you go. You need to know what the message needs to say. How do you do it? How do you get permission based? Because that's important too. And these are all things that we'll teach you and we'll share with you when you come into Exitus. And ideally, I think I heard you saying you wanted to be able to automate it so you didn't have to pick the phone up all the time.
Yep.
I believe we've got that coming very, very soon. And I'm really excited about it. And I actually said to you, Tammy, the other thing we do is we've changed the website 5 times, I think, in the times we've been running it. I've got an update coming to the product website. We've just updated the testimonials page, which will definitely get yours on there, as you've done so well.
Absolutely.
And more importantly, we actually... I'm
showing people the back office right now.
It's a community and it's a family. I mean, the Exitus Hub is something I'm really proud of. I think that's a brilliant addition. That's all new. So even if you join at $100, $140, your $40 membership fee and $100 for your product, right? You still get access to Exitus Hub, which gives you more information than some companies are charging $2,000 for right now.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
I'm actually updating. I'm actually swapping a video. There's a video in there. It's from 2018. And although I think it's great and the information is fantastic, 3 people have said, oh, why is it 2018? So I'm swapping that with a new one. And that's the point. We'll always look to bring in new products so they don't go stale. We'll always look to bring in new techniques. We'll always look to support our leaders. You know, if you said, I need you on a Zoom call every single week for the next 6 weeks, I'll do it. Right? It's part of building the business. And we've paid out nearly $6 million in commission.
Wow.
Our members have earned just shy of $6 million in 6 years.
That's incredible.
I've got people who've paid off their mortgage. They've bought a new house. People who've got out of debt. You know, we're here for the long haul. We're not going to go anywhere. And I think if you compare our back office, if you compare our websites, if you compare our products, if you compare our leadership, our support desk, you've shown me something better. Go and look. Try and find something better and let me know about it. And whatever they're doing that's better than what I'm doing, we'll do it. And I don't think you'll find anywhere. I look all the time, and there's a lot of put money in, don't do any work, and you'll make a fortune type of things out there right now. I'd personally stay away from those. They never usually last.
No, they don't.
I just launched an opportunity, Tammy. It's free to join. You don't talk to anybody. You don't email anybody. You don't phone anybody. There's no product to buy. There's no product to sell. You just sit by the TV watching TV all day. and you'll make $10,000 a month guaranteed, I'd sign up thousands of people.
Right.
It doesn't exist, but it's true, because there's always those that are thinking, oh, I can't be bothered to read that. I can't be bothered to watch that. We've got stuff in our back office that can change your life.
Oh, absolutely.
Just doing a video course, right? Or getting on one of our trainings. Get on a training I do where I talk to you about the power of using tie downs in a conversation, how to control a conversation, how to use verbiage, how to listen properly. And skills that you can use, not just in this business, but any business. And let me give you guys an update tonight, because no one else knows this right now, but we're also about to bring in, I've got them, I've bought them, and I've purchased them, a whole series of training videos that are not really for us marketers. They're for people who have a business. So you've got employee relationships, mindset for employees. And there's about 15 different courses for people that are outside of our niche, but we can still watch them. So we're trying to expand ourselves, become into a broader base. So if you're a realtor and you want to know how to close better house sales, we'll have something in there for you to help you with that.
Wow.
So,
I think Dwayne's ears just perked up.
Huh?
One of my new members, Dwayne. He's a realtor. He's a realtor.
I reckon sell houses over here because it looks to me to be incredibly easy.
Yeah.
And the money's awesome over here. It's not so good in England, but over here, 6% for selling the house, 3%. I'm tempted to get a license, but it's too much hard work.
It's a lot of work selling houses. We flipped over 53. Let me tell you, it's a lot of work.
That's a little bit of history. And anybody on this call, I don't know who's new, I don't know who's a guest, I don't know, because obviously you guys.
We got a mixture of people on here. Some people are brand new. Yep.
Let me say two things. For those of you who've joined us already, congratulations. It's a brilliant decision. You're with an amazing leader, an amazing mentor, with an amazing company. For those of you who haven't joined yet, this is the first thing I said, all right? This is the best way you'll find of making money, because our 8-minute video is converting like crazy.
Yes.
Right? Our websites are vastly superior to most of the companies doing this type of business out there. We're always updating our products and to make it so we can teach you the skills needed to become a successful entrepreneur, working from home, living the laptop lifestyle, driving around in an RV, going around the country, meeting people. Or like I did, deciding to move to America to live here, right? And I've now got my green card. I've got my driving license now. It came through. I took that. That's a story.
Oh, that's good.
And we're here to now. We want to really ramp it up again. And there's some new stuff coming shortly. People are gonna be like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Right? I can't say anything about that right now. But we're always thinking, what's gonna be popular in 2022? Where's the internet marketing going? Right? Where's the MLM industry going? And I'm sure some of you are involved in MLM on here, right? MLM 10 years ago is not MLM now. Now it's difficult because of the internet, because of the fact, you can build an amazing team in a binary program, and then this leader here gets a call from that company there, and for whatever reason, that shiny object thing, they squeeze away, you've lost a leg and your income's now gone, right? Yeah. And it's hard. People are anti. They think, well, if that product's going to be $100 and there's $80 in the marketing plan, what's the real value of that product? And those questions, and I'm big on MLM. I love that industry because it helped with the personal development side of things. But it's a tough business to be in. Yeah. And then you wait 6 weeks to get paid 10 or 5% commission. What? You can join us today, right? You could join us today, send 10 people our links, everything's included from day one. You don't have to buy or purchase anything except a domain name, which I recommend. I've had people make $2,000 within 2 hours of joining. Mm-hmm. I've got one story. I'll end with this. And if you want to ask me any questions, Tammy, you can. There's a guy in our business. His name's Dan, all right? And 2, maybe 3 years ago, Dan joined Exitus, and he'd never, ever made any money online. 10 years he'd been working it. Done a lot on his credit cards. He was not in a good space. And he spoke to me and I said, Dan, if you just do what I tell you and follow the things in the back office and don't try and change things and don't try and complicate things, I guarantee you'll be successful. It was a Thursday night. He rang me and said, I've just got my qualifying sale and I'm so excited. I said, that's brilliant, Dan. What should I do? Keep going, doing what you're doing, but do it more. Tuesday, Dan called me again. He's got his first G1000 sale. So he's made $1,000, right? One of the things is we don't realize how much money $1,000 is because it's all done electronically nowadays, right?
Right.
If I'm sitting there going, hey, I want to give you $1,000, Tammy, hold on. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, and they give it to you in cash. It's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
So Dan said, what should I do now? So keep doing what you're doing. He goes, I'm going to invest all of it back in SMS marketing because he used the SMS marketing system person we had in the back office then, and all his leads were generated through the messages. So we gave him the company to use, we told him what it's going to be, and we wrote the messages for him, right? He said, I'm going to spend $1,000 on that. I said, no, Dan, don't do that. That's a bad move. Take $300 and put it in your bank account, $500 and put it in your bank account. Put $200 back into advertising for next week. And with $300 that you've earned, cash, take your wife out to dinner on Saturday to a nice restaurant and let her see, finally, you're making money online.
Right.
But Dan made $126,000 in his first 15 months. Right? $115,000. I got another lady in Canada. She worked with me for the first year, $126,000, all over 100 grand. Now, it's not always about the big money, right? $500 will change the life of a lot of people around the world right now.
Oh,
right?
yes, that's right.
It pays a credit card bill. It pays electricity bill. It keeps you from living on the bread line. You don't have to go to Costco to buy your food. You can go to Publix. You can take your kids somewhere. You can buy new school equipment. You can give to your church. You can give to charity. $1,000 a month is big, right? So I like to talk about people making $3,000 to $5,000 a month or $1,000 to $3,000 a month to keep it real, and then show them the potential, right? It's a journey. You don't go from nothing to 100,000 overnight, right?
That's
but
right.
You can go 0 to 2 grand to 5 grand to 10. Now you've got a team. They'll qualify miraculously the next month. You just made 10 grand, $10,000 from helping your team develop. So that's where I think we should go. I think we are the best. That's why it's called the Exitus Elite, because I believe we are. Mm-hmm. And we're attracting some awesome people. We always have done. But it seems to be now that with this thing we're not allowed to talk about, a lot of people are looking to work from home. They're looking to a lot of people are looking to stay at home. They've worked from home now, and now they're thinking, I don't want to go back to work. If I could replace my income by doing something online, and you have to be dedicated, you have to treat it like a proper business. You can't just kick back and, the weather's nice, I'll sit by the pool, or I'm going to go and do this. You have to put in some sweat equity in any business.
That's right.
But providing we do that, and I'm not talking 40 hours a week like a day job, as long as you do 5 to 10 hours a week, constructive effort that gives you an end result, this is the laptop lifestyle, and anyone can have it. Biggest secret ever, Tammy, find something you know is good. Don't get distracted. Focus on it until you hit your goals and your targets, and don't quit.
Yeah.
Just because someone says no, it doesn't mean anything. That's why we now have the lower levels. I never had those before. But someone can't afford $1,000, $500. Can't afford $500, $250. Can't afford $250. Let's get you in $100 and let's help you make a couple of sales to get you up to the next level and get you up there as fast as we can. Because at the end of the day, $1,000 isn't really a lot of money. I was talking to someone the other day, 66 years old, right? Hasn't got anything lined up. He's 66. He's a veteran in the army, or was a veteran in the army. And I just thought, he's 66 years old and hasn't got $1,000 to his name. It's an awful situation, and we can help people like that. So that's a brief.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. Yeah, there's, especially right now and what's going on and people losing their jobs right and left. I mean, they say that there's not a lot of people that have $1,000 in savings, and that is scary.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons, like, you know, you mentioned about the fact that, you know, your passion, you know, you have restaurants and you have cash flow, but you love helping people in this regard. It's the same thing with me. I mean, I'm semi-retired. I love working from the road. I don't have to do this. I don't have to even do the Zoom tonight, but I have to do this now because I feel like it's my, I guess you could say almost like calling, if you want to call it that. But it's like, okay, I've done very well in the past 10 years. Okay. And there are a lot of people know who I am. Tammy Montgomery, Fearless Mama, Team Tammy. But it's like, okay, now people need this more than ever. So what you just mentioned, $1,000 to get into a business. Are you kidding me? That can give you $100,000, $200,000 a year income. And what you said tonight, Paul, was focus. You know, so I've been consistently doing Zooms. I mentioned that I've been doing over 300 Zooms, right? People know they can come to Tammy's Zooms on Mondays, Tuesdays. I'm always here. Okay. Jamie's shaking her head. She knows. She's worked with me 7 years. Mary Beth that's on here. She's worked with me for 8 years. So people know that I've been consistent, and that's how you make the money. That Dan you mentioned, I also mentored him as well. I know most of the people in the member to member space. But
Yeah.
I think what, oh, that's a good question. Someone asked, how did you come up with the name? That's a good question for Paul. And I think the thing is like when Bob and I first started, we've been self-employed for 32 years. And when we first started, we put like 3 different names into a hat. And then we went and we reached in and picked out the name that we wanted to call the business. It's kind of the same thing with my evolution of, you know, like teaching people. I call it our fearless freedom journey. So, I mean, there's always a name for something, you know, but I think what it is bottom line, Paul, is that people are looking for something to do that is simple. And in my opinion, what you talked about as far as I mean, there's leads everywhere. There's money is everywhere. You know, people just need to learn about it. So we just have to get in front of more and more people so that we can grow these Zooms, you know, bigger and bigger and bigger. But what I think the biggest thing that people always have wanted to know is, can I do this? And I absolutely already know there's people right now that's just simply crushing it with Exitus. I think I was telling Tracy today earlier, I don't need a sponsor. I already know what I kind of need to do, right? Because I've set up so many businesses in my lifetime. But I'm saying, like, a simple online business, it takes you literally 20 minutes to 30 minutes to plug in, get set up, go into the back office, find your capture page, start putting up Craigslist ads, right, Jamie? Like, that's how simple this can be. Putting in ads on Facebook. We have social media that I didn't have 10 years ago when I got into the big ticket space. I was actually doing bulk emailing. Remember that, Paul? I was actually doing bulk emailing. It was ridiculously hard because I was shy. I still am shy, believe it or not. But I didn't know how to drive traffic. Now I know how to drive traffic. I don't know how to drive this RV yet. My husband, I think, is going to teach me, but it can't be that hard. But I just had like having a lot of fun. And yes, healthcare workers right now are absolutely stressed to the max. Okay. I've talked to many healthcare workers right now. In fact, my daughter, Amanda, my son, like I said, works with me full time. He helps me with a lot of the social media, but she is like, I'm not going to get into the healthcare now. You know, she's just like, no way. Nope, I'm not going to do it. So there's so many people that need to realize that there's other options. If you don't see, I never have been a person where I feel like I'm stuck or cornered. Don't ever feel stuck or cornered, guys. If you guys are listening to this tonight, don't feel stuck or cornered because you have help and it's right here. You know, I have an amazing team that I work with. I have, of course, a marketing system that I've built, and I added Exitus so that people could make money at this 1,000 level. And I just really think it's the best of both worlds, in my opinion. So I'm just really excited about it. I have a lot of plans. You know, Robbie and I are, you know, excited that we can, you know, cruise around and make these payments coming in and, you know, just post simple ads, you know what I'm saying? And we never have to sell, tell, or explain. That's the beautiful part about it. The other thing that I think I liked about it, Paul, was that when I looked at that 8-minute video, everything is said in an 8-minute video that everybody can listen to from their phone, on their laptop, wherever they're at, and it just literally, boom, it literally gets people signed up. It's amazing.
I'm really pleased with that video. That was a script. I wrote that script in 6.5 hours, you know.
Wow.
And it was like on the first take. I just went all the things I wanted to get in, because the previous video, which cost us like $22,000. These videos aren't cheap, right?
Right.
They're not. Was 17 minutes long, and I wanted it under 10. So to be at 8 is a really good thing. But talk about focus and doing your Zooms all the time. When I first started this back in 2015, we were on a real roll. We had a situation, my video said, if you want to ask questions, ring me, right? So I had people calling me. I was in England at the time. I did $987,000 sales for our members. Think about that. I spoke to 987 people and got them in our business for other people. They got the $1,000. Right? So there's nothing I don't know about how to close people on the telephone, and I don't like that using the word closing. I like using the word finalizing a sale now. It came to me a few weeks ago. But I'll tell you what, Tammy, if you guys got a piece of paper and a pencil there, I'm going to give you a telephone number. You can check out some of the technology I'm talking about, right? And that's what I was looking at. I was looking for a number. I wasn't looking at any messages or anything. If you've got a piece of paper and a pencil, imagine you are out and about in a bar like I was, and I'm often in a bar. I haven't. I used to do a restaurant. And I have always had people saying, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And I never want to talk about my business when I'm out socializing, because you can get into a situation where, well, how does it work? What is it? And I don't want to do that when I'm out having dinner or with my friends. So we created something. So what I do now is say, look, if you really want to know what I do, okay, and anyone here can do this, they can tell and say, look, this is a great way of exposing that video to people. Just text these words, 1, that's the number 1, K per day. So 1K per day, right? Without any spaces. And text that. So you text that message to 321 203 0455. Right, I'll repeat that number for you. +1 if you're outside of America. 321-203-0455. That is a platform that I've built. It's cool. Let's just say that. And anyone who goes there, I mean, I've had people ring me up saying, I've got to have that. I've got to have that. It's truly genius, even though I say so myself. You know, it's just a very, very clever way of marketing. And if you understand how to use technology, it can take care of so many things. It really, really can. And, you know, you speak to my bot, which is an SMS
bots
bot.
are neat.
But a lot of people do it with Facebook Messenger, right? And personally, Facebook, to be honest, is getting on my nerves at the moment because
me too.
It just sucks.
Even though I use it a lot too, and of course I invited people here to it. But yes,
something you said earlier is important. You know, everyone's out there on the internet, out there, particularly in Facebook, and the teachings of this. Reach out to people in their group, find their pain. I do that easily. You know, find their pain, find out what they're looking for, and then offer them a solution. The problem is everyone's doing that.
Yeah.
They're all looking for someone. People don't give a tough. They don't care about pain. They want to make money. They don't care about mindset. They want to make money, right? And I've always been straight to the point with something. If you want fluffy and sweet and nice and cuddling and tucking up for you to bed at night with a cup of cocoa, I'm not the guy. You want to make $100 grand a year? I'm definitely the guy, right? But it's tough. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. But you know. What we're doing, I have people contact me on Facebook Messenger, on Skype, on SMS, on Viber. So what we're doing now, we're going to move over to Telegram because it's very secure. You can send really big file sizes. We're going to create an access group in Telegram, and that'll be where anyone can message me or my team inside there only. I won't be doing Facebook Messenger because you go into Facebook and there's always something to sidetrack you. Yeah. And there's something else. And then there's a lot of bitchiness in Facebook, which I want to try and get away from. And more importantly, they track everything you do. You search for something, it's been advertised to you. It's crazy how the WhatsApp and Instagram and Facebook, they take so much of your information and sell it and use it. And I don't want stuff like that. So we're going to move to Telegram. What
I
else
like
is
Telegram. Telegram's good.
Yeah, it's cool.
I've thought about setting up
they-
one for my team.
They,
Yep.
they launched only on Monday or Friday. They launched video calling as well, which they didn't have before. It's crystal clear. I talk to my son on it every day now. We use Telegram to send files and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's really, really cool. So that's coming, and we're also introducing a brand new help desk we've built as well. So that's coming as well. There's lots of good things that we work on. They go on the test server. We test it, like the Stripe integration we launched a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful. How easy is that to get your money?
Oh, it was automatic. Yeah.
You're back
Absolutely.
before you know what's happening. It's brilliant, you know. But
Yeah, the last one I got, and Jamie's like, "Oh, I paid," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you did." I checked. I'm like, "Yeah, there it is from Stripe."
if anyone's got a question, they can type into you, Tammy. How did the name come about? I think was one of the questions.
Yeah, one of the questions. Yeah, if you guys want to start putting in the chat, if you want to ask Paul, we have Paul and I really do appreciate your time.
Yeah, no, I'm fine, but I don't overextend your time too much. The name came from, we wanted something different. We were looking for all the different types. I had a company before that would have been amazing, but unfortunately we were trying to do something that, again, I love technology, and we had a name called was Next Year, and I wanted something that was like that, something that didn't really mean anything but had a meaning. But Exitus just rang true. It's meant to be like freedom and stuff like that. We looked up Latin words, and then someone else told me that if you look up Exitus, it's to do with dying or end of life. So some Christian people said, "Oh, you shouldn't be calling the devil's name and all that." I just said, "No, it doesn't mean that. It's the end of pain and suffering and being in debt. It's the end of being broke. It's the death of being poor." Right? And elite, because I felt that elite is such a good word. It used to be Exitus Network, Exitus Lifestyle is something we registered, but Exitus Elite I like because I believe that elite means just that. It's up there. So that's why the name came like that. If you look at the logo is actually in effect 2 E's back to back. So that's why that's there, and there's my little apparel, my logo on it, as you can see.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I know. Glimpse of the future.
I love it.
Yeah, glimpse of the future. So yeah, that's how that came around, and look, I don't stop thinking. I think that'd be a good idea. I mean, today we purchased a load more products today. They'll be going up in the next few minutes. There's a webinar we're doing on Saturday, which would be an update webinar that I'm going to be telling the people like stuff I'm telling you this evening.
Okay.
That's great. I want to do the webinars every week, but sometimes you see, technology is great. I'm waiting on a platform. I purchased it 3 weeks ago. I should have had it 3 weeks ago. I'm still waiting for it. I'm going to have it tomorrow. I say it's going to be ready tomorrow. Then it's not. It's 3 weeks later, and everyone thinks that's me. And I'm getting sick and tired of that. So now I'm just saying it's ready when it's ready. But we'll be announcing some things on Saturday. It's a Q&A, so you can ask anything. Is it, how do I close a prospect on the telephone? What is a tie down? How do you speak to someone? What should you say when you first get on the telephone to somebody? Because those first few words, the rapport gaining part of that conversation, are critical.
Yes.
I'm going to give I'll give you an example of that. I gave someone 20 leads, right? This is 2 years ago now, back in 2017, 3 years ago. I gave him 20 of the leads I bought, and I said, go and work those. He said, the leads are rubbish. I said, what do you mean? He goes, no one's interested. I spoke to 15 of them. They're rubbish. I took those leads, Tammy, and signed up 7 people in a week. The same leads, right?
Yep.
It's not the lead. It's how you deal with it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Not every lead is good. Don't get me wrong. You're going to get people in there. You're going to meet people who are just a pain in the butt, right? But they shouldn't. They've gone somewhere, and the idea is you ring somebody if you want to go down that road. You allay all their fears straight away, and I can teach you that in a heartbeat. How to use I don't know if any of you guys know what a tie down is, but using a tie downs are really, really effective, and it's to do with the psychology of how everything works out. We teach you all that stuff as well, and I've watched people go from being a complete baboon on the telephone to being able to finalize 10 sales a week. All right?
I like the word finalize.
These people don't like to be closed. I can close that sale. I just close the sale for you. I don't want to do that because it sounds. I've always loved that saying: "A person convinced against their will is of the same opinion still."
Right.
Liz Brown said that once, right? I don't want to convince people to join my business, right? This is what we have. This is how it works. And if you can do 3 things, you will make money. 1,
exactly.
Well, get set up properly. Send traffic to the videos and the websites. Follow up a phone call. Repeat. 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 And I tell you what, if you have I could go on and make a complete training of it. And when you talk about numbers, people ring 3 or 4 people and they say no to them, right? They quit or they think it's not going to work. It doesn't work like that. If we were going to sell coffee at $1 a cup, we go to a hotel, let's say in, I don't know, Atlanta, and we got a beautiful coffee and it's $1 a cup and there's a little meeting going on here. And the hotel says, yeah, we can sell coffee there. You can sell it to those people. And there's 100 people in the room and we sell 10 to 10% of them. We sell 10 cups of coffee. We've made $1 and we made $10, right? 100 people, 10%, $10. Yeah, good.
Yep.
So we made, and it took us an hour. Now we go up the road, just around the corner, the hotel's a bigger room. There's 1,000 people in there. And we go and sell coffee to those people the same hour. And we sell the same 10%. But now we've made a lot more money. We've now made $100 and we sold 100 cups because there's more people, right? The more people you share this with, without trying to make them make a fast decision or without sounding desperate, the more people you share to it, the more people come, the more money you will make. It's as simple as that. That 8-minute video is the key to everything. All right?
Yes.
5 minutes, I'll show you a fortune. Think of the lines you can use. People get bogged down. What do you do for a living? Well, what is your business? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it is. You've got to know like that what it is, right? You've got people. What do you say to a guy I've got a guy who's really, really successful and I want to show it to him, but I don't know what to say to him, right? Just say, hey, listen, I specialize in helping busy professional people earn a substantial second income.
That's a great line.
You can't say I'm too busy because I specialize. That's great. You fit right in what I'm doing. It's knowing your business, understanding your business, learning from the back office, getting on the video, the trainings, listening to Tammy, listening to people who've done what you want to do. You want to earn $1 million? Learn from somebody who's made $1 million, not from the loser next door neighbor or your brother-in-law.
Right.
Yeah, it's a fact.
That's right. You don't listen to the naysayers.
No. You're never going to make any money that thing. Well, you're getting 35 grand a year in your job, and I've just done 35 grand in 2 months. One of us is doing it right. You know, it's
right.
It's always the people who where you don't want to be telling you can't do it.
Right.
This is where you decide you're going to do it. Right. Make 1 sale a week. It's $4 grand a month. Next month, help those 4 people get qualified. It's $4 grand a month. Next month, so you can work out and map how much you need to make. And remember, there's override sales and there's upgrade sales and there's all sorts of things. When we launched the upgrade thing a few months ago, I had a guy ring me up and say, I can't believe it. I made $1,800 last night while I was sleeping. That's the truth. Because 2 people who are at the lower level, the G100 level, their first sale was a G1000. And the second sale was a G1000. So 900 rolls up, which is incredible. So yes. You can make passive income as well. It's just, if anyone can think of a way to make it better, improve Exitus, let me know. If it's a good idea, we'll do it.
Well, what I like about it too is, this is one of I have 5 things that I look for whenever I look at a home-based business. So I'm just like everybody else on the Zoom, like you're reviewing it, you're listening to us, but the key is are the products good? Are the products going to actually enhance and make my life better? And absolutely, I've been listening to the products just like everybody else should be once they join, right? Because you want to tell people, man, the products are phenomenal. I mean, we love crypto. We've been in crypto for, and a lot of people are not in cryptocurrency, but your first level for $100 talks about cryptocurrency, for gosh sakes. We're going to be going to a digital, like Paul talked about, we're going to be going to a digital monetary system. I mean, like seriously, wake up. because it's the world is changing. So you want to share products that are going to be valuable to people, you know, internet marketing products, you know, learning about different skills and having a different skill set. I mean, I'm so glad 10 years ago when I was like tanked out of income stream, which was the banking income stream 2008 when the banks failed. I mean, we were doing business finance consulting and loans, right? My husband and I. But then the banks tanked. So now we're going through another cycle faster than I thought it was going to be, because every recession and depression has cycles, right? But if you learn a skill set and what Paul's talking about tonight, your life can absolutely change. You know, you just bring them to a Zoom like this, you know, invite. I mean, I think one of the biggest things is I try to keep it simple for people. You know, build a list, build a huge list, and then bring them to an event like this. Events make a lot of money, you know. I mean, we're going to have everybody sign up tonight, right? That hasn't. So there you go. Case in point. And then you just rinse and repeat. And anyone that's brought people here, I know Jamie's brought people here tonight. Mary Beth's brought people here tonight. Dwayne, I think, sent to his list. So this is what we do is we teach you simply how to invite, and you don't have to explain it. I mean, and that's one of the things, Paul, that I absolutely, like I said, I can't say it enough about your system. I mean, literally simple capture page, thank you page, 8-minute video, and then the order form. That's it. And that's just really what I love about it. You know, I really do. And again, the products are great. I love the products. I review the products because when we talked, you're like, how do you like the products? I'm like, I love the products. You know, you have to have, yes, a business opportunity, but in order to stay compliant, you have to have products. Like, in other words, the products can stand alone without having a biz op tied to it. Do you guys understand that? Like, that's one of the components. That's another one of the 5 components that you have to look for in a home-based business.
Yeah, it's way too cheap. It's way too cheap what we give. I was looking at, I won't say a competitor because they're not competitors. I was looking at their back office today, and I'm thinking they're charging $1,000 for this. We've got 3 times the amount of product.
Yeah.
Now, some people will say, well, it's too much. I can't, it's too much for you to take in. It's not like that. It's you take in what you want to take in. It's like, when, you know, you don't have to do, you haven't got to sit there and consume every single, I'm interested in working on YouTube. So you go and look at I'm looking at listening to something that's going to really get my whole being in a position of where I'm thinking about prosperity and wanting to get my head in the game. I want to get out of my job. I want to, all these different things you can do. And there's something back there for everybody. Mm-hmm. And you can definitely learn from it. Without a shadow of a doubt. And we will continue. And someone asked me is there anything about doing a WordPress blog? Well, I said, no, I don't think there is. But I think blogging is not what it was. That was 6 years ago. Everyone was blogging to get traffic. I think there's better ways of doing it now. And the last thing we do is sit around like, what can I write on my blog? I'm bored. I'm not as bored as I was yesterday, but I'm still bored. I had this for breakfast. Who was interested in that? No one, right? What you say is, listen, I've got a system and a product and a company that can help you make $3,000 to $5,000 a month to pay off all your bills, your debts, whatever. There's an 8-minute video that explains how it works. Are you interested in looking at it or not? Right? I really, you might want to write this down. I'll give you the best ever line to say to anybody, right?
Okay, cool. Can't wait to hear this one.
This is a classic. Be ready for this, guys. Be all sitting down, all right? Tammy, if I can show you a way to pay all of your monthly bills, that's your rental, mortgage, your car payment, your health care, your insurance, your food, your groceries, and everything, without you using your primary income source, like your job money, are you willing to watch an 8-minute video?
Absolutely, Paul.
You've got to either be brain dead or I don't know.
Right.
Look, no one can, if you think about it, you can't say no to that.
No, you can't say no.
So it's a good, but some people don't want to say that. And you sometimes feel I need to be a bit more confident first. It doesn't matter if you've just joined a business and you don't know what to say. There's people like me and Tammy that can help you with what to say.
Right.
Don't ever lie about your earnings. Don't say, do you know the thing that bugs me the most? We're going a bit off the track here, but why not? It's your group, right?
Right. They're still hanging on here and they're listening like they're on pins and needles.
Blank screens. The thing that bugs me the most, right, is two things actually. One is people that call themselves coaches when they haven't coached anything in their life. They don't even know what the word means. Coach Mike, Coach Dave, Coach Annie. And when they come in, they know nothing. They just think by calling themselves a coach, they're going to look better, right?
Yeah.
I was in Manchester. Listen to this. I was in Manchester. It must be 10 years ago. And this guy came up. He was all in a suit and the gold and everything. He sat down with me. And I was doing £199 deal at the time, about $250. I said, what do you do? He goes, I'm a wealth coach. I said, what does that mean? He goes, I show people how to make money and this and that. And he said, you don't know nothing. You're doing. When I asked him about paying and joining and paying £199 he didn't have the money. Right? How can you be a wealth coach and be broke?
Yeah.
You can't.
Exactly.
You can't be a wealth coach and be broke. Right?
No.
Either you know how to make it or you don't. And that really bugs me. So what I'm saying is, always be truthful. I just started. I'm excited. I just started. But the people around me are awesome. I'm making a ton of money. Why didn't I get on the phone with Tammy? Because she can tell you a lot more than I can. And the great thing, I don't need to know a lot. I just show this video and it brings back questions. I'll do one other thing, Tammy, and then you guys might want to split. All right?
Sure.
Do your guys talk to people on the phone? That's my favorite way of doing things. I mean, at the moment, I'm going to make it automated, but I think the phone is the best way because people, when they get to know you, they can trust you, and they're not going to worry about sending $1,000. I sometimes think that, would I send $1,000 to somebody I don't know, hadn't spoken to? I don't know. Maybe.
I do one-on-one Zooms, actually, with people that join me at the 1,000. Yeah. I tell them, hey, I'm here. If you want to talk to me, get your questions answered. Now I'm like in this bigger setting. So to expand because I'm hitting traffic pretty hard. But yeah, I don't mind picking up the phone. I'd like to hear what you say.
You put it out there to enough people to watch it, and just say, look, check it out. And if you like it, give me a call back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the follow-up emails, always put your contact details in. But you can say things like, hey, listen, Kelly, I'm going to send this information. I'm not going to be calling you back because I've got that many people to get information to, right? So if you like it, give me a call back, right? That's one thing. You don't ever want to be chasing people for money, right? Never chase them. If they don't call you back, it means they're not interested. Because if they're excited, they're going to call you, right? And you've got to remember the Pareto principle. 20% of the people you speak to will be interested. The other 80% are not going to be interested. It's just the way life is, right? So you're not going to get everybody, right? You're not. You're going to get out. If you ask 10 people to join your business, 8 of them are going to say no, but you could make $2,000 a week doing that, right?
That's true.
It's about, now you can be lucky, and as you get better and better and better and your skills improve, it becomes really difficult for someone to say no to you because you know exactly what to say to them. So how do you use tonality? How do you change a situation? When you ask a question, how do you make them give you exactly the answer that you wanted them to give you? Right? It's a wonderful to watch that working, and we'll teach you all this stuff. But if you guys are calling people on the phone and you want a really, really simple thing that's very easy to learn, and I'll happily send you this script tomorrow. It's written out. I could actually put it back up, but I'll send it to you. If anybody wants it, they can take the script. I think I told it to you that I always call it the ABC thing, and it works so well. My friend Scott's crushing it in England using this. And what he does, he says, I'm gonna send you an email with a link to my video, my 8-minute video, right? When will you be able to watch it? I'll watch it tonight. Great. Well, once you've watched it, give me a call back. I won't be calling you again. Maybe you can ring me tomorrow. And then you're about to end the call and you say, hey, listen, by the way, Tammy, typically there's 3 types of people that watch this, who after they watch the video, there's typically 3 types of people. There's the A type of people who love the video, have been to the website, they're excited and they can see the potential for themselves and they want to get started. We call those, they're like type A type of people. Then there's the type B people. These are people that have watched the video, like what they see, but they're not ready to jump in with both feet yet. They've probably got a few questions that they want answered. They're B type. And then there's the C type. These are the people that just don't get it, don't want it, don't need it. All right? They're the C type. Tammy, when I call you tomorrow, I simply want to know if you're an A, B, or a C. Does that work for you?
Yes, it does work for me. I do like that. I like that.
Now, I'm telling you to call me, right? But if you want to call that person, hey, say, Tammy, I know I said I wouldn't call you back, but literally so busy after my webinar last night. Did you get a chance to watch the movie? Great. Are you an A, B, or C, Tammy?
I'm an A.
You're always an A, right? Okay, A,
Yeah.
right. You want to get started and start making money right away. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's a tie down, right? Is that correct? Gets a yes answer. There's loads of them. I'll teach you these. Let's say you're a B. So you're a B, right?
Yes.
Great. So what you're telling me, right? What you're telling me is you love what you see. You can see the potential for yourself, but you've got a few questions, right? Great.
Yes.
Well, let's get you answered and get you from being a B to an A. What's your first question?
How much
Right?
money can I make?
You
I
can
get
make-
that a lot. I'm like, how much can I make? I'm like, how much do you want?
You can become a millionaire.
Yeah, you can.
Right? If you work hard enough and if your team builds correctly and you do the right thing ethically, you know, and you don't rip people off, and if they can't afford it, you don't take their money and stuff like that. All right, so you're a B, the answer to your question is great, so let's get you started. Now, this is a killer. This is what you like. If someone says I'm a C, right, it normally means they don't have the money. That's the only reason, right? Bear that in mind. Or they just don't like it, or they're never going to do anything. If they're a C, I say, totally understand that, Tammy, but let me ask you this. Was it the time freedom or the money freedom that you weren't interested in?
Ah, that's a good one.
Right? Because
I don't like money, and I don't like freedom. Can you imagine if someone said that to you?
You can say, look, can I be candid with you? Is it, and I have this a lot, so is it a financial situation right now that you're just tight for money? So apart from the money, if the money was an issue, you'd be interested, right? Yeah, I would be. So now you know it's just the money. So now it's just, do I try and bring him in a lower level? Do I tell him, because most people want to join a G1000. They can't be, I don't want to join a G100. You can say, look, let's get you in here. I'll work with you this week. And it starts again. But if you're new and you're not confident, that ABC thing is really, really cool because you haven't got to learn. When you bring them back, there's nothing to say, but are you an A, B, or a C? You know?
Yeah.
And most people come back, they're an A or a B. You don't get many C's. You really don't.
Yeah. That's really good. I like that.
It works. It works.
Sure.
100% of the time if you're willing to use it.
Mm-hmm.
It really.
I'm gonna go buy a whole huge genealogy list and just use that. See you guys later. No.
Think about this, right? If all I have to do is put people in front of a video,
simple.
I know I can do that. All of you can do that. Anyone can. I could train a kitten to do it with a little bell around its neck. Yeah, and it says, "Look, read me." And it says, "Watch this video." Right? Walk around with anything. Right?
I'll tell you what. This is what I used to teach my team, and this is what I used to say. Shy people have skinny kids. Like when I first started, I used to do slide dial. I used to do these methods of what you're talking about with a slide dial, like where it'd ring up and I'd get the person's voicemail, I'd leave a message, and then they'd call me back, and it was like a personalized message. So yeah, I mean, but if you want to make $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a week and then teach your team to do the same thing, that'd be awesome. That'd be amazing strategy. And a lot of people are not doing it. And you know what I get a lot is like, even like Tracy even said, wow, I know you're busy, but you got back to me. And I'm just like, this is my business. This is what I do. Of course I'm going to get back to you, but I know what you're saying. There's some people out there that, like, and Mary Beth and I have talked about this a lot, but we do put our phone number in the emails when we send out email follow-ups. You know what I mean? And I teach the team to do the same because there's so many opportunities out there where people are hiding behind the website. And why? What's the worst they can say to you? No, that's just silly. When you're considering the lowest, I mean, seriously, $1,000 to get into a home-based business. Well, $1,000 plus your admin fee. But I'm just saying, where can you get that right now? You can't. That's why I chose working with you.
Tammy, everyone knows though, right, that you pay let's say a G1000, you pay your membership fee. If you qualify, next year's is free. You know that, right?
That's right. Yeah, next year's is free. All right.
So it's a fantastic incentive to get things going, and
it really is.
I can't think how we can make that conversation. You can't make that conversation any better or more powerful than it is. You just
I
can't.
like it. I like it. It's a true one-up. So like
Yeah.
literally the first sale and then you're qualified. I love that. I love that part. Yeah, I really like that part of it.
Has anybody got any questions?
Does anyone have any questions? We could keep training all night. Does
Wasn't
anyone have any
wasn't it
specific
training?
questions?
I'll be half an hour and then do it, we're out an hour now, but I'm good with that. But I'm happy to come on and do a train. If you guys want to do a training about anything, reach out to Tammy and let her know. I'll happy to come on and talk stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah, and on Saturday, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's
so
gonna be a good one.
yeah, there's always a learning, and there's always a lead generation style for anyone's personality. Like I told you guys, I mean, if you're an outgoing person, great. If you want to call leads, great. If you're not, if you're a shy person like me, I like to get people on the Zooms, bring them to Zooms. If you're that kind of personality kind of person, then great. We can teach that. I mean, there's 1,001 ways, really, honestly, to market and advertise your business, your home-based business.
You can run a $50 advert. It goes to 25,000, 30,000 people for like $75, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I personally have advertising methods that I teach my team too as well. Yes. Yeah, so it's a great combination.
You can literally take that, instead of working from home one day, go to the nicest hotel in your town, walk in there, order a cup of coffee, sit down and watch the people around. People will always talk to you. What are you doing? Oh, online business. I work from home. Oh, what do you do? I always ask you, what are you doing? Yes! $1,000, sorry. I don't encourage you doing that, but you could do. But you meet nice people. You get business cards. What do you do? And, it always happens, and you don't do it at Motel 6, right? You do it at the best hotel you can go to and enjoy yourself, and it also gives you like to.
Oh yeah, we're staying at a Marriott this weekend. I forgot, so I'm going to do that myself.
It's worth it. What do you do? Just be jovial and nice. Don't force yourself on people. Like, come here, but. If you
I used to do drop cards. You remember the drop cards with the $1 or the $50 bill? I used to go to fairs back east, when I lived in New York, and I used to drop cards. I taught my team that. You wouldn't believe the looks on those people's faces. They look down, they look up, they're like, oh, and they hurry and grab it like it's a $50 bill, and they hurry and grab it like someone didn't see. And it's like, I got this, and then they open it. Then they're like, oh. Yeah. It looks just like a $50 bill.
I was in a bookstore. I was looking for a book in the personal development section in New York in 1996. And I opened the page up, and there's someone who'd been to every book and put their postcard in it. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a brilliant idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great idea. Put postcards in all of the magazines, too, at Barnes and Nobles.
There's tons of it.
Hopefully they don't catch you, but...
We are actually. I'm actually in the middle of this. We're in the middle of designing a really cool postcard. So people want to do postcard marketing.
Oh yeah, postcards, simple, cheap postcards. I love those.
At the moment, there's a lot of people interested in that, and if the wording's right, it just says go to this movie.
I'm gonna start doing postcards myself.
It's a good way. There's so many ways to do it, and the thing is, I want to do this. I want to make the money. I know these guys can teach me how to do it. I mean, whatever they tell me to do, I'm going to do. In 6 months' time, you won't know. Your life will change. Simple.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Totally. So anyone have any questions for Paul? Paul, thank you so much for jumping on this Zoom here tonight. Wow, you went over and above. You exceeded the expectations. We're just really excited to have you on here. And if you guys have any questions for either myself or whoever brought you here to the Zoom, reach back out. So many notes. I mean, it's just honestly, the sky's the limit, what you can do with your home-based business. Try to think out of the box. If you want to become an entrepreneur, this is a great, place and time to start. I always tell people that, start from where you are, start with what you have, but just get started. You know what I'm saying? So,
tax advantages.
Pardon?
Tax advantage having a home-based business. You can write $3,000 to $9,000 a year just having a home-based business.
Yep.
Right? So the cost of starting.
I got some new Craigslist posts I'm going to be putting in the group, Jamie, for the people that are in Exitus that join. So yeah, I love Craigslist. I've been teaching that for a long, long time. So
So, any
you can.
questions? Is that it?
I think we're good. Do you do
Right.
1-800 voicemail and marketing? I personally don't have a 800 sizzle message. I have in the past. You do want to probably, if you're going to do postcards or something like that, have an 800 link. You can just go to 800link.com. Paul, do you have any
Yeah,
pre-recorded? You do?
yeah, we have got some pre-recorded stuff, but it's probably talks about the old. I can get that done for you. I highly recommend that you never, unless you're really, if you're doing a campaign, you don't want to give your own cell phone number out on a campaign,
No.
right? Because people ring in the middle of the night and everything. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, me too.
What you want to do is go to 800 link. The link's in the back office on 800 link. You click there. You can buy a number. I think the first number is $9 and the second one is $5, something like that.
Yeah.
Only need a local number. So get one that's in the same area code as you. And that's the number you give to people. That's the number you hand out. That's the number that goes in all your stuff. If you're doing advertising and postcards, you want an 800 number, which is free for them to call, so they call it. But you don't use that for anything else. You put a sizzle message on there and away you go. Then people leave a message. If someone wants that, I'll create one for them and we'll have it ready for you, no problem at all. But the having that number is really, that's how I do all my stuff, because I don't want to be, if I'm on the phone to somebody and someone else is trying to get through to me and someone else trying to get, it's no good. What I want is an email coming through going, ding, hey, my name's Frank. I've watched your movie. I'm interested in talking to you. I want to get started as fast as I can. Can you call me back as soon as possible?
Right.
That's a great phone call to have. You ring them straight back. Wow, I wasn't expecting to ring me so soon. Yeah, been busy today. Always be busy. Busy people make money because they know how to manage their time.
Absolutely. I just read an article about that today. It's actually your time management is really indicative of how much money you make, to be honest with you. I focus 90 minutes a day on lead generation and I'm off goofing off. Like I'm already got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're going on a day trip. We're already going, to another location, hotel. I mean, I really don't work a ton of time. Seriously, like I said, I'm semi-retired. I just like to have fun. This is my social. This is how I get to see more people.
It's
just a lot of fun.
See, once you start making money and you pay off your credit cards, right? That's a massive thing I recommend everyone should do. Pay them off the highest interest ones first, get them gone, right? Mm-hmm. What else do you need to do? And I want to do that now. And you do something with it. It's important to do something with the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
All electronic, don't keep some of it for yourself. If you haven't read The Richest Man in Babylon, it's a really good book.
Yes, I have.
Right?
I wrote it. Yes.
10% of everything you keep is yours. You earn. So you earn $1,000, put $100 away for yourself, and manage with the good tip, right?
Yeah.
I think it might be in the back office, or I'll get a copy of it somewhere. I know there's some good books back there, but this is a business that if you seize it and you put in the effort and you don't give up, you'll make it. There's no question in my mind you'll make it. It's the people that give up that don't, and then they blame everyone else. They don't look in the mirror. Mm-hmm. If Tammy's making 10 grand in 2 weeks, if Sarah's making $38,000 in a month, if Lisa Marie's making 25 grand in a month, what are they doing different than somebody who's making nothing a month? I'll tell you what it is: effort. They're working their business. They're putting in the sweat equity to give them the results. And of course, once you get that, then your team's building and your team's qualifying. So suddenly you're getting pass up sales and roll up. So things start snowballing. And before you know it, you go, Christ, I've made $15,000 this month. I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's how it is. It literally is. And when you get your first $10,000, you're like, oh, I don't know. Should I spend it? Should I buy myself something? I don't know. And then you get another one, and then suddenly you've gone. You're now sitting there going, this is unbelievable. I've actually made more than my job working part-time. It happens every month to people in our business.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Just the success.
It's a decision you have to make at that point, because I remember years ago when I used to tell my husband, my God, you're making more money in real estate. Why don't you just quit your job? what, you know, and he'd be like, yeah, well, okay. So that was it. You know, you burn your bridge behind you, like the Vikings did, you
Okay.
know, back in
Yeah.
the day. Like they just don't look
No,
back.
but no rape and pillage these days, of course.
Right.
This is a Saturday night in Cocoa Beach.
Right. Saturday night in Cocoa Beach.
Well,
Well,
I'm
we're
in West
taking a
Palm.
trip. We'll be in Florida in September, the month of September. So,
I love that. Whereabouts you going to be?
so we're planning on doing that, and that's going to be quite an exciting adventure. So I'm going to be like, hey, I just made another $1,000 driving
Well,
down the road.
whereabouts will you be in Florida? We'll meet up if you want. I'll come down and
Okay.
see you.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you
Oh,
know what dates are and everything like that. And hey,
dinner.
I've met a lot of people in person. I met Mary Beth in person before. I've met Dwayne in person before. Who else is on here? That Jamie, I haven't met you in person, but we've worked for a long time together. But yeah, I met Dwayne at you guys know who Anik Single is, the guy with the email marketing. We met there. We met there in where's it, Dwayne, you live? Maryland? Maryland, right? Yeah,
Just
Maryland.
just so you know that, I mean, this is, I'm not going to say too much, but obviously if COVID hadn't come along, it would have been a bit sooner. But it's my intention to do a live event next year, if we're allowed to do it, somewhere here in the States, where we can get together. It may be at my restaurant, I don't know if it's all open and running, or it'll be somewhere where we do a live event. And I'm trying to work out a commission type thing for that. So, you know, who knows what the future might bring. But I think live events are really important. You can go there and bring some great trainers, and we have a mega party on Saturday night.
I have been to 2 top sponsor events. I was flown to Vegas with top sponsor awards. I've done a lot of stuff in 10 years. I've spoken in front of people. I finally got over my fear to do that, so that was fun.
I want to do Vegas,
I
but
don't mind doing it. We'll do it in Vegas, right?
well, the thing is, I thought about that, and I thought, you know what? I'm in Florida. Florida does have Disneyland, so people could bring the kids, and while they're here, they could do a Disneyland thing, and it just makes it a bit more family orientated, which I think would be nice.
Right.
So, but we haven't. We're putting the feelers out at the moment, but a lot of people want that, and I think it'd be a really good thing to do. But we got lots of big plans, so let's see what happens.
That sounds good. Well, the Get Fearless Freedom team is, like I said, we got a lot of big plans for this
Yes.
this whole organization that we're launching, and a lot of stuff coming out. So totally would be great.
Yeah, just reach out. If you need anything, reach out to Tammy. She can get hold of me. She's got my number. If you feel something's missing, if you feel you need something else, if you think what I would really like is this. I mean, you'll notice in the back office there's a couple of the baby steps thing, the picture of the woman with the single mother on there. I put those capture pages together so people saying, I'm with a lot of single mother groups, and I want a capture page that's good for them. So that's why we design those. You know, so
okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we are. You know, you have to look who your market is, and then try and send your show those. That's quite cool.
Okay.
Down a bit. Marketing suite. Yeah, click that. Click that. There you go. Hey, see this top page here, instant commission?
Yes.
Right. A girl in Sarah's team today ran a Google ad, right, for one day and got 36 qualified opt-in leads in that, double opt-in, real email addresses that were confirmed. 36 with one advert. That's brilliant.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the team, we have our own funnel. I can show this to you real quickly if people want to just stay on here. This is what we've been using, the system that myself and my son and another gentleman, what we created. And now we have, obviously, like I was telling you guys about Exitus. So we have all these lead templates that we were already using. So I have a 40% conversion rate on the traffic that we're running. So that's how I'm able to implement and show people, you know, this is as simple as you get it. You can use one of the capture pages that we have here. I go into my campaigns. You can see some of the stuff that I'm running. The one that's pulling the best right now is this one. See how many clicks, opt-ins, which obviously you guys have seen, you know, my income, and I just started, it's almost 10 grand. So, you know, so that's where I'm, like I told Paul, I said, well, this is the this is the thing. I already have my system. So I'm just, once a person goes in here, they land on the VSL and boom, they listen to the 8-minute video. So we're keeping it really simple, Paul. You know what I mean? It's just really a simple system, and the capture pages is what I've done for 10 years. If you don't have a good converting capture page and tying it with a good thank you page, then it doesn't normally work very well for, you know, the sales process. But with what we got, you know, most everybody has, you know, in fact, I'm kind of taken some, I guess you could say, abandoned people in Exitus, and they've joined me in Get Fearless Freedom. So, and I know you don't mind that. So yeah, so we've got a really good thing going here. I think these Zooms are great, so you guys can see the collaboration and all that we're doing here together. And, you know, that's what I love, is just having people that we can work with, that we can talk to, and getting people, you know, involved and interested in really being financially free, like you said, Paul.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. Again, you know, you could do these calls for hours, right? But a lot of these companies don't even know who's behind the company. There's nothing.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't know who the owners are. Who am I sending? What are they going to do with my money? Is it going to last? Is it not going to last? You know, we got our own attorneys, Wellman and Warren in California, and they rep Herbalife. Scott Warren is a friend of mine. I think we're probably the only. I believe we're the only company out there that has ADA on our website, the American Disabilities Act. So we have that there. With the GDPR compliant in Europe, you know, we really try and keep ourselves where we should be, and that should give everyone who's thinking of joining a lot of confidence. You know, we've got your best interests at heart because we want you to stay with us for a long time. If you don't join us, you don't make money, and I'm here to make money.
That's important. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Nice to see you guys.
Well, if no one has any other questions, I guess we're going to wrap it up, Paul. And I appreciate you so much for
me. Come on.
Yeah, it was great to have you coming on.
Go on, Mary Beth. We've spoken before. You must have.
Yeah, her and I are good friends.
Nice to see you again. Yeah, we have spoken recently.
Right. Yeah. Good. So if there's no questions, let's call it that's a wrap, as they say.
That's a wrap. Yeah. Awesome, everybody. Yay. It's Tuesday. Hey, it's early here. So let's get some people signed up.
Let's get some sign-ups coming in. Let's get
some sign-ups coming in. Get you guys, get your money rolling. That's right. So we can
know this, but we have a leaderboard in my admin back office. We have a leaderboard of who's making we track who's making money, and just so you know, we try and speak.
Thank you, Paul.
Hey.
Yeah, this is Comfort. I talked to you on Friday.
Oh, Comfort, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Name, Comfort, I like that. Yeah,
she's one of my adoptees.
Yeah.
I adopted her.
Just fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of time to get out there and jump on board. We have this leaderboard so we can see who's doing, what. You don't see it. I don't like doing leaderboards for the members because it can be disheartening seeing the same person at the top all the time.
Yeah.
But we like to know, and then we reach out to people. I mean, I'm looking at doing some competitions and stuff like that, which would be aimed to give people a bit more incentive. And we've got a lot of things planned, but you got to be in it to win it, right? You can't win the lottery without buying a ticket.
That's right.
Buy your ticket after this call. Call Tammy, tell her you're in, get in, and then we can do another training for you guys next week and really get your business after a rocket ship start. All right?
Sounds good. Absolutely. Yeah. If you were brought here by Mary Beth or Jamie or Dwayne, any of the team members, make sure you guys reach back out to them. If I brought you to the Zoom, obviously reach back out to me. But whoever invited you here to the Zoom, I really appreciate you guys for promoting this tonight, and we'll do more. And this is what makes this community amazing. And now we're working with Paul, he's super awesome. And I love his accent. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. We'll have this on Facebook and YouTube for you guys to be able to share. Okay.